First of all, I again would like to thank everyone who made it possible for my boys and I to come over to Michigan for my mom's funeral and things like that. See some people. It was nice. It was a nice turnout. Everything was pretty good. A lot of people showed their talents of my nieces and nephews and everything. So it was really nice. And I would like to say, of course, I am going back to California in a couple of days. And my husband is the one that sent me the majority of the money to get back. He said he wanted his family back, and he worked hard while we were gone to do things so that we would have it. And Yahuah told me to do something yesterday that he hasn't had me do in a long time. And I said, okay, well, I did. I asked for some help. I'm like, hey, can I borrow it? I'm like, I usually don't do that, but okay. And he said, don't worry about it. And then I let people make their decision and say, yes or no, you have time. And he said, just know I'm going to pay for it. And so, of course, last night, my husband sent me the money to get our tickets. And some friend helped with some. And my dad helped me get a discount through a cousin. It was really nice. He just orchestrated it all, that we got our tickets. And I was like, Yahuah, who are you asking me to ask them? You know, he said, because it was me stunting, letting people know what you say is true. Not all men, especially in the generation where there was fathers that were there, but they weren't doing anything, or there were people around, but they didn't teach. The guy said, he said, I had men who wear ties and everything, but I didn't learn how to tie a tie until I was in college. A guy taught me when I was in college how to tie a tie. But all these other men in my life, no one taught me how to tie a tie. And so he's like, that has to stop. And he said, I was just stunting so that people can know that what you're doing with your husband and what I'm doing in your husband is to show that when your mother and father forsake you, and those generations before you forsake you, Yahuah will take you in. And yeah, it takes longer for some than others. So, to those men who try to judge my husband or anything like that, just know Yahuah is doing his thing in his life, in my life, in our children's lives. And my husband was involved and has been involved in my children's life their whole lives. My children walk with their heads high. Having him as a coach and having him as someone that plays with them and who teaches them things. Yeah, I don't always agree with the lessons. However, I'm glad Yahuah asked me to marry my husband. It's hard sometimes. However, Yahuah will get the glory from my life, from his life, from our family's life, and others. So one day, you'll meet him. But till next time, know that Yahuah loves you. This is what he does best. He surprises you. And accept Yahuah's love. Love yourself. I love you. Other people love you. Accept our love. On your own throne, know that Yahuah, he made you for a purpose, for a reason. And so you are in charge of your life by agreeing with him about who it is you are. And then starting to think, speak, and do what it is you are. So till next time, get with Yahuah. Shalom.